Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 72 of Heard You Like Me, and this one is titled Cafe Launch. Yeah, we can thank Momo for this, you said to her, giving her a grin as you pushed your hands deeper into your pockets and then shrugged your shoulders forwards. It looks amazing, Jirou said out loud with a blush. Holy heck, Yin! You look so good! Mina gasped as she suddenly arrived on scene. Momo, you really outdid yourself, didn't you? She gushed, rushing over to you to check you out from up close. Oh, I love the black embellishments, Mina said when she spotted them. Are they the plus ultra symbol? Yeah, they are, aren't they? You asked Momo, who was just looking at you with a light blush on her cheeks. Momo? You asked again. Her head was empty, no thoughts, but the way she was looking at you was screaming volumes. Oh, I'm so sorry, Momo said. Sorry, what was that? The embellishments. They're the plus ultra symbol, aren't they? You asked again. Oh, yes, they are, Momo said with a smile. I just felt that was right. Super amazing plus ultra choice, Mina said excitedly. I definitely approve. Okay. Well, girls, it's time for you to get into your suits too now, Momo said, clapping her hands before walking to the rack to pass the girls their suits. Who had dark red? She asked. That's me, Mina said brightly, raising her hand. Okay, and yellow? She then asked. Yellow is me, Hagakure said happily, waving her sleeve. Wonderful. And Jirou, you were cyan? She then asked, lifting off the suit with the cyan tie to hand to Jirou, who nodded and took it, and then she reached back to grab the purple magenta one that would be Asui's. The change rooms were getting very busy by now, since the boys were still standing there chatting and looking at each other's outfits, and Tokoyami stepped forwards to get his outfit too. Oh, Tokoyami, Momo greeted him. You might need to wait for a second, since all the stalls are being used at the moment. That is fine, he replied, standing there and waiting patiently. Hey, check it, you said, turning to him. This is my fit. He just looked at you and nodded. Not as cool as my outfit, he thought, and you smirked. I know, he replied, but not everyone can play Dark Lord. He looked at you and then closed his eyes and looked down. Apologies, Yin. I forgot that you could read minds, he said. You chuckled. You're fine. I must concede, though, your outfit is sick as, you said. He nodded. While you waited, the boys moved out of the change room area, and as soon as it all went quiet, Ayama suddenly stepped out, acting like he was doing a grand entrance. Oh, hey, you chuckled. Bit late for a grand entrance, isn't it? Fashionably late, he said flamboyantly. It's beyond that now, you chuckled. You look fabulous, Yin, he suddenly said, stopping to look at you. Thanks. But not as fabulous as me, he then added, and you had to laugh. He got you with that one. Touche, you got me, you laughed. He struck another flamboyant pose before Ida came in to find him. Ayama, we need you out in the cafe for a debriefing, he said, and Ayama left in as much style as he could muster. Don't miss me too much, he called as he sauntered out of the change room area. Wow, you said under your breath while you shook your head. Amazing. Jirou was the first to come out of the change room area after changing, and you wolf whistled at her as she stepped out, following your wolf whistle with another one as Mina came stepping out as well. Look at these suits! And this, babe, you said as you walked over and wrapped an arm over Jirou's shoulders. I want to leave with this one. I want to leave with her too, Mina said playfully, coming over to join in. You waited on the other girls to exit the change rooms as well, and complimented them too, while Tokoyami was getting ready, and then he exited and you all praised Momo once again for his outfit, and then it was back into the cafe area that had been set up by the runner team, while you, the boys, the girls and Tokoyami were all getting dressed. It was only after everyone had gotten changed that Mineta was allowed to go in and get his mascot outfit on, and then Ida called everyone together for one last pep talk before the day would start. It is now 7:55 a.m., he said smartly. The cafe is due to open its doors at 8 a.m. sharp. I firstly would like to compliment everyone on looking so good. Thanks, Momo, for her quirk for these amazing outfits, you called from the back, and Ida quickly corrected himself. Yes, of course. Thank you, Momo, for your hard work, he said. 3 cheers, you shouted, leading the charge. Hip hip! Hooray! 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 The class screamed in unison in return. Hip hip! You called again. Hooray! 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 They all replied. Hip hip! You called for the final time. Hooray! 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 they shouted back to you, and then everyone broke out in a loud, thunderous clapping, and it kind of stole the rug right from under Ida, so much so that he just smiled and then finished with his final charge. "We all know what we need to do today," he said. "Let's give it our best plus ultra yet." "Yeah!" you shouted, getting everyone else on board with your cry. As everyone broke to get into positions, you and Tokoyami put your headpieces on, and same with Momo, and then you headed to your hiding place to get ready for your first customers. Tokoyami, wanting to enter mysteriously, hid as well. A last-minute idea that had been thrown in was what if his entry into the cafe for the first time was through a haze of smoke. So Momo made a smoke machine from her quirk, and it had been set up in the corner of the cafe in front of where he would come out, so that he would appear from within the midst of it. The scene was now set. "How are we looking?" you asked Momo in the headset as she hid close to the doorway of the classroom, listening to the welcoming party inviting people inside. "All good," she replied softly. "We have a table of 4 girls wanting to come in." "Awesome," you replied. "Dark Lord, you want to wait until we have at least 2 tables seated before showing yourself?" "Yes," he replied. "The more the patrons see the Lord of Darkness himself, the better," he thought, and you smirked as you watched out through the mesh. Just then you heard the voices and inner thoughts of the first 4 girls as they walked in, and they were walked to table 1 by Ida himself. "Please take a seat, ladies," he said politely. "The male waitresses will be out shortly to bring you your menus, and then please remember to make your orders in your mind. Spoken orders will not be taken," he said before bowing and leaving the girls there. "Oh gosh, I'm so excited. I wonder how they're going to do the internal ordering," one girl asked, looking around the empty cafe. "I wonder if someone is hiding and watching us," she wondered as she slowly scanned every space. Just then Bakugo walked out in his purple magenta pinafore and marched over to the girls, his snatched waist and bulging biceps making him a striking look. "Here are your menus," he grumbled, roughly handing the menus to the girls, who all took them quietly, staring at him in awe. May I please order?" one girl asked. "Don't ask me, you extra. Order in your mind," he barked, before turning around and marching off. 2 of the other girls laughed at his rough treatment of their friend, and the one that he had spoken to looked surprised and low-key offended. Okay, she said. Then she spoke in her mind. "Okay, I'm making my order now," she said as she looked down the menu. "I would like tomato and cheese mini sandwiches, risotto balls, mini quiche, and mini cupcakes for my high tea, and a spearmint tea," she thought. "Mother Goose, grab your pen. Here's the first order," you said quickly into the headpiece. "Tomato and cheese mini sandwiches, risotto balls, mini quiche, mini cupcakes, and spearmint tea. Got it?" you asked. "Oh, yes, okay, got it," Momo replied, and you could hear her writing it down. "Is this even gonna work?" the girl who had just ordered asked her friends out loud. "I don't know, but the grumpy waiter sir was hot as," another giggled. "Bring him back again." "Yin, we have the spearmint tea ready," Momo said into the headpiece. "Okay, awesome. It's for the blonde with ponytail on table 1, red shirt," you said. "Understood," Momo replied. "Sending Denki out with the order now," she replied. Just then you saw another group of people being walked in, and you saw them get sat at table 2. "Ayo, Dark Lord, you ready for your entrance soon? I'm going to need some crowd control," you said to him. "The time is now," he replied, and you grinned. "Hit it, let's go," you said into the mic. Yikes, what a spot to stop at. Someone call that a cliffhanger? Cliffhanger? I'm unfamiliar with the term because I don't really use it that much. Cliffhanger. That's the one. I think that's the one. Correct me. I'm not familiar with cliffhangers. Stay tuned for more Heard You Like Me next week. Tomorrow is more Seros. I'll see you then.